Hey yogis, it's a hot one today, so I'm going to keep it at about a 30-minute yoga class. As usual, the class is going to build up some heat, so you'll build that strength, but we'll also get into some deep stretches. The perfect combination of total body stretch. We're going to start class in Child's Pose. There's no need for any blocks or any straps, so you don't have to worry about any of that. But Child's Pose, let the knees go pretty wide, sink the hips down, walk the arms forward. And if you do feel you need a support, it could go under the forehead or even under the hips. So this is a comfortable and grounding pose for you. We'll start with a few deep breaths, your biggest breaths of the day so far, filling the lungs up on every inhale. And a deep sigh out. Find a few more of those, focusing on taking in and letting go of as much air as you can. And let's make our way up to your tabletop. So the knees might not be as wide here. Still a lot of space between each of your fingers. Let's inhale to lower the belly. Let the tailbone rise. Pull your heart through the arms. And an exhale to curl under. Inhale, come through. Let's do an open mouth sigh out. Exhale. Inhale. Now let's keep those lips sealed and exhale from the nose. Another one. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale to a neutral spine. Left hand comes under your face, right hand to the small of the back, and exhale, open to the right. You're trying to send that shoulder and elbow closer to your spine. Left hand pressing down strongly. Right arm reaches up. Give that wrist a spin. And early thread the needle. Let's go under. Start with a light dropping on that right shoulder. And then the left hand can walk ahead of you or keep it in front of the face. Now try to press all 5 fingernails on that right hand down. Press the forearm down and see if you can actually lift the right shoulder away from the mat. Left hand in front of your face to push you back up. Open that right arm like a wing. One more spin. And then drop that right hand down. Send your right leg back in the air. Imagining you're kicking through a wall. Zip your core up and send your left arm out for your bird dog. Look straight down. Keep the neck nice and long. And I think breathing here is often harder than adding any movement, so take one more breath in stillness. And now let's add on exhale, curl under, elbow towards knee. Inhale, extend. Now this time, exhale, reach around, bend the knee, try to tickle or tap that ankle or heel. And then inhale, extend. Exhale, curl. Inhale. Exhale, reach. Inhale. Last one, exhale. Inhale. Exhale, hold here. You're either trying to press that hand higher if you've got a bind, or just keep reaching back and try to press that foot to the ceiling. Good. Let it go. Extend. Drop the toes down. Drop that left hand. Give your right wrist a spin. And then step back, high plank. Left foot will meet the right. Send your hips high and we'll move between plank and dog. So the feet will stay glued down. Inhale, glide back out. High plank pose. Exhale, send your hips high. Inhale. And exhale. Let's take one more. Breath in. And then settle with your hips high in your first downward facing dog. Taking a few movements, we'll get off the wrists in just a moment. Then walk the hands backwards to the feet, bend the knees enough for your ragdoll. Take a hold of the elbows. Drop the head. Some more movement here, side to side, up and down. Then let the hands just drop down so you can still keep a bend in the knees. Let's take that left hand just in front of your foot. Once again, slide that right hand up to the small of the back and challenge the hips to sink a little more. Take a peek over to the right again. This time we'll stay on this side with the opportunity to reach that right arm up and breathe. Right hand comes back down. Tent the fingertips, find a nice long spine, and the inhale rises up to standing. Strong legs take you up. And an exhale, let's bring hands to touch, toe mounds into touch, and you've got Namaste heat at the back of your mat. Couple of arm circles, inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. One more, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, reach. On your exhale, let's take your fold down, hands to the mat. Walk out to your high plank pose. Glide out, drop the knees, and take your first low plank. Elbows squeeze in towards the chest. Arms extend, upward facing dog. And hips high, downward facing dog. A little more time for you to move around here. And then think about settling in. The body is still, the mind is still, the eye gaze just on one point. Then Pounce Pose. Heels rise, knees bend, look forward. And we're stepping feet to touch, top of mat. Feel free to flip the palms for a fold. Exhale. Inhale, let's rise up again, reach. And exhale, connect at center. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, take your fold. Step back, high plank. You can always drop the knees down. Let's glide out. If you're keeping the knees lifted, bend elbows. They still come into the body, but then toenails to the mat. Knees are floating. Tops of thighs are floating. And then exhale, hips high, down dog. Right leg will float, three-legged dog. Keep a straight leg, but stack the hips. So you're pressing the pinky toe to the ceiling. Now, if you look for that foot, it should not be behind your body. You should see it right out in front of you, so it's still square. Then bend the knee. And try to lift the knee towards the ceiling now. That left leg as straight as you can get it. Now your right foot is only stepping about halfway up the mat for this variation of your side plank. Let the toes face off the mat and set the back foot on the blade edge. Now before you come up, you want the ankle under your knee and your knee coming out from the hip, so you can set that up. And then right hand can find the hip or reach it up overhead. Left hand pressing away. Take that right arm and reach it towards the top of the mat. Hips still nice and high. Right arm back up. Lower that right hand down. We're coming back to your three-legged dog. So on the ball of that back foot, send right leg in the air, three-legged, and step on through. Right foot, top of mat. Get lighter on both hands, and the inhale gets you taller, high lunge. That left wrist can have a spin. It was just holding you up in your plank. Basket hands behind the head. Support the head, elbows press back. Think of the legs for a moment. Bend the front knee, straighter back knee, then lift up and dive back. Back to center. Keep the hands where they are. Let's drop your back heel so you're in your warrior two. Make sure the torso is facing that long edge of the mat. And then with your next exhale, take a lean towards that front knee. Notice that left elbow wants to fall in. Try to press it out of your gaze. And then inhale, back to center. And exhale, take that lean back. So a variation of reverse warrior. And inhale. Exhale forward. Inhale. Exhale back. Inhale. Another round. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Send the arms long, look forward. One big step or a couple small steps. Left foot comes together, top of mat, Namaste. Soften the knees. Let's pick up that right ankle now and step it on that left thigh. Figure four. Once you feel nice and steady, you can focus on getting a little lower with the hips, lifted with the chest. And if you want to add some heart opening to this pose, let the arms go wide and back like airplane wings. Inhale, back to center, hands to heart, extend that right leg, give it a spin, and drop it down, connect at center. Breath in, sweep up, Urdhva Hastasana. Breath out to take your dive down. High plank pose, set it up. Once you've got your core engaged, then lean out and bend elbows. Inhaling up dog. Exhaling down dog. Let's revisit child's pose. I'll give you a different opportunity to get into the underarm. So the arms send forward. You can bring the palms to touch. And then let the thumbs try to tap your spine. Walk each elbow out in front of you and see if you can get that nice release under the arm. Then let it go, arms long. And return to your tabletop. The knees can come under your hips. Now it's that right hand under your face. Left hand climbs to the small of the back. And you start with a simple twist, trying to send that shoulder and elbow towards center. Gaze higher. Left arm reaches, give that wrist a spin. And now let's thread under. The right arm can stay. where it is or walk it out, but then press the back of that left hand down. Use the strength of the forearm to try to float your left shoulder. Right hand returns. Press up, left arm reopens. Give it a shake. And drop that hand down. Send left leg in the air. Zip up your core. Right arm reaches like you're shaking someone's hand. And a few breaths here at center. It's harder than it seems to keep that core engaged, pressing your spine just a bit towards the ceiling. Exhale, let's curl under. Inhale, reset. Now let's take it up and over. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And reach. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Up and over for a pause, either a bind and you're pressing that hand higher, or you're just reaching and pressing the foot higher. Then let it all go. The hand down, the left toes down. You can give a spin to that left wrist for a moment. Then right foot meets. You've got your high plank pose. Exhale, glide it out. Take your chaturanga. Upward dog. And hips high, downward face. Inhale, lift heels. Exhale, bend knees, look forward. Let's step to wide feet, so behind the wrists. Drop the hips a bit, and we're taking that left hand to the small of the back again. Take your twist left. And we're not threading the needle, let's just reach that left arm high. Challenging here to drop the hips. Keep an open heart. And then take that hand down. Straighter arms, heart sends forward. Inhale, sweep up to stand. And exhale, connect, top of mat. Find your Utkatasana, chair pose on the breath in. Let's take that Ardha Utkatasana, hips drop, and again with those airplane arms. So nice open heart, toes are lifted away from the mat. Dive down, exhale. Step, step, high plank. So again, if you need a modifier, maybe skip one out, you can go straight to dog. Otherwise, glide out, find chaturanga. Upward. Hips high, down dog. Left leg rises. Straight leg, open the hip. But look for that foot. You should see it in front of you, not behind you. Straight right leg, extend the arms. Then bend the knee. Now lift that left knee as high as you can get it to the ceiling. And then just a little step, about halfway up the mat. Left toes off the side, come to the blade edge of that back foot. You're gliding out towards plank. Check for that 90 degree on that left leg. And the left hand up and overhead. And then way across. Lift the hips. Stamp into both of those feet. And then let's come out of it to your three-legged dog. Left leg back in the air. And a big step through. We're coming to that high lunge, so the back heel stays lifted. Inhale, rise up. You can circle that right wrist. So as deep of a bend in that front knee that you can manage, and as extended of a back knee as you can get. Basketing behind the head, so different thumb on top. Give a little support by lifting the head up a bit. Then the chest rises, and you take a back bend. And then center. The hands can stay, but drop your back heel as you spin open to your warrior two. Hips, torso, elbows, they're facing the long edge of your mat. And let's reverse it first. Exhale, lean towards the back leg. Inhale, center. Exhale, forward. And inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Last round. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Arms wide, look forward. We're stepping right foot to the top of your mat. Namaste. Sink the hips just a bit. And now let's pick up that left ankle to the right thigh. You've got your figure four. Engage through the core, and then you can sink the hips. And the arm variation, you can definitely keep them at center, or you add that heart opener. Let's bring it all back up. Inhale. Send that left leg out. And then connect the top of your mat. Take a full breath in, reach up. And the full exhale to dive. Plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Let's come to sit. Roll onto your back. And a couple rocks side to side. Let the arms and legs go long. We'll just be here for a minute and rest. And take a deep breath, find some movement in the hands and the feet. Squeeze the knees in, take a rock side to side. And let's come up to sit. Wow, it was hot. I hope you have some nice increased energy and got a good stretch out of today's class. Let me know how you liked it. Subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.